The theme for 2023 was Go Woke, Go Broke. It seems Disney might have taken this theme and ran too far with it because it continued for them in 2024 and they're having some glitches or problems already. But that is not even the most interesting part of what we're gonna see today. I'm just very interested to see Elon Musk speak about buying or purchasing Disney. Let's get to it.
First up, it's Hollywood versus Silicon Valley as Elon Musk wades into a row over alleged left-wing bias at Disney. The House of Mouse parted ways with the Mandalorian star Gina Carano in 2021 due to her conservative views. Carano has
Pay attention, don't miss it. Due to her conservative views.
lashed out at Disney on Fox News.
I mean, you were at one of the biggest perches in the entertainment field, and now next day you were canceled.
What I've learned is that if this can happen to me, this can happen to anyone. I'm easy to work with, and I am passionate about what we do. I'm always excited to be on set. I even worked with them as much as I possibly could to resolve any issues that they had. But, you know, eventually you have a line, and, you know, when that line gets crossed, you just have to say, enough. Enough is enough.
So what is very scary is she was dropped because of her views. It means I could just wake up in the morning and say something. The next day I don't have a job and nobody else is ever going to hire me my whole life. And I'm still a very young man in his 20s. What do you want me to do? Go rob a bank? It's very scary. And a lot of people might be thinking, oh, they should do it. They can't do it. You know, they have the right to do it. But just think about it. You have a job today, paying you very well, and then you have a view on something and you express the view. The next day you don't have a job and you can't even get another job. What are you gonna do? Let's keep going.
Taking Disney to court, and she has the backing of Musk, who is, at this time of the recording, the richest person in the world. Now Musk has gone further, hinting to reporters that he might be looking to acquire Disney.
You look like a pilot.
Thanks, so I'm a pilot.
Oh, looking cool. So what brings you to the Lola carpet?
I'm just here with friends, you know, thinking about companies to acquire.
Musk has
Thinking about companies to acquire, just like that. You know, when you have so much money, you just think about companies to acquire. You can window shop companies like Disney.
sharpened his attacks on Disney in the last week and published an internal diversity and inclusion memo that was doing the rounds of the company. And the general ridicule surrounding Disney has amped up recently, with the film and TV giant being lampooned for its diversity and inclusion efforts by South Park.
But then Kennedy's like, it's not our fault, it's because of Kathleen Kennedy. But then Kathleen Kennedy says like, it, make it more lame. And everyone in town is like, no, please, Kathleen Kennedy, stop ruining everything. But Kathleen Kennedy is all like, put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more lame. And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger is all like, no, what's going on with my stocks? No, Kathleen Kennedy.
Online commentators have rallied behind Gina Carano, arguing she was merely exercising freedom of speech.
Gina Carano was fired because she said that people should be allowed to have dissenting political views. People should be allowed to live in peace, regardless of what their religion is or regardless of what they believe. Since when do we not agree with that? Disney fired her for saying that.
And fans of Elon Musk are getting pretty enthusiastic about the prospect of a hostile takeover of Disney. A fan page has posted this image of the Tesla boss wielding a flamethrower with the caption, Elon Musk purging Disney-like. Now, guys, this is obviously not anything new, this whole Disney woke agenda. I'll start with you, James. What did you think of this whole situation?
I really have a strong feeling that no matter what he does, it's not going to be like Twitter. They will let him get into Disney. Even if the government would have to pay to rescue Disney just to avoid Elon Musk buying it, they would do it. I think that's how much they want to keep these values and push it on people. I think so.
I mean, it's that South Park stuff, really. We were laughing about this just watching it. You think it's funny, you think maybe South Park are taking the mick, they've gone too far with this. And then you go and try and watch some Disney products of the last couple of years. There was something that came out, I think, called Miss Marvel, from the Marvel world, yeah. Disney owned that. And it goes on about how evil the British Empire is. And it's about a diverse character from New... And it's just, you think, really, this is the kind of entertainment I want? I want robots punching each other at Disney. I want a princess meeting a prince. It's this time immemorial. These are the kind of nice stories that we want. And instead, we're getting this kind of nonsense sort of forced down our throats.
Maddie, what do you think about the fact that you know, when Elon Musk doesn't agree with something, he might just buy the company, like what he did with Twitter. Do you think that this is actually going to happen? Elon Musk is going to acquire Disney?
Well, he's certainly putting the cat amongst the pigeons and talking about possibly teaming up with Nelson Peltz to do some kind of hostile takeover. And of course, he's already very much put his money where his mouth was in Twitter, now known as X. A lot of people said, oh, this is a bad business decision by Elon Musk. But I think that really missed the point, that what he was trying to do was to take over one of the most influential social media organs in the world and basically make it pro-free speech and not allow the kind of shadow banning, etc., that has been a feature of all social media accounts. So for him, it's probably not about making money back on the investment. It's about promoting a cause that he believes in.
And taking a stand with Gina Carano by saying, look, I'm going to back you. I'm going to pay your lawyer's bills because I don't think it's fair that you've been ousted from, you know, a franchise that you were so, you know, well liked in.
Yeah, and you know what, like, I think that they have a very good case because it's very obvious that, firstly, that other cast members who are employed by Disney and other producers and so forth are on the record as making arguably even more inflammatory statements than what she made, but from a left-wing perspective. So there's that aspect of it. And secondly, when they announced that they were...
Oh, no, the left-wingers can never be wrong. Only the right-wingers are wrong. If you're the left wing, you're always right.
Were parting ways with her. They did so in a very emotionally charged way. They didn't just say, we're parting ways and we wish her the best. It was more, they said, we reject any abhorrent use of cultural stereotypes. So there's a reason when people get laid off, they tend to have things said in that impartial way. And I think that normally, under normal circumstances, what would happen is the person would probably settle out of court. Disney does not want more publicity around this. But when you've got Elon Musk bankrolling you, like, I think it could go all the way to the top. And then you would have to, if it ended up in court, Disney would start having to hand over sensitive communications that relate to this case, which would also reflect very badly on them. So, you know, I don't think Elon Musk is in this for money no object to him. I don't think he's in this simply for an out-of-court settlement.
Well, it's funny because even with that South Park clip and it was showing Bob Iger kind of falling through whatever he was falling through, it's funny because he was brought back into the company to kind of steer them away from this go woke, go broke agenda that had happened, because Disney had lost $150 billion in the last however long since their heyday, and the profits had plummeted 45% or something ridiculous like that under the former CEO, Bob Chapek, for whatever woke ideologies they had kind of invested in. So,
yeah, I said this in my previous video. They invested in this ideology, but to me, it doesn't seem like it was a good business move, because I don't think people that buy this ideology are the majority. And they are not just the minority, they are like the very, very small minority. So if you're investing in this to cater to the minority, it's not a very good business move. I mean, if you were thinking business-wise. So the question is, why did they do it? Is it just to push their ideology? Is it to change the societal norms? So by 2030, the world is a whole different place. Like, why do they do it? We all remember Disney as a fun channel or fun medium where you're happy as a kid. You see all these things and you feel happy, but you don't particularly get like a message or a construct in your mind when you watch it. So why are they taking this route now? I don't understand. And different companies, not just Disney. I'm not even faulting Disney particularly. I'm faulting the whole ideology. But a lot of companies are taking this route as well and forcing other people. If you speak against it, then you are the problem. I wonder why that is. Anyways, let's keep going.
It kind of begs the question, is there a future for Disney? Can this be saved?
Well, I think the problem is Bob Iger, as you say, he was in there, this other chap comes in, Iger is brought back again. Even if you are someone at the top of one of these organisations, if the woke mind virus gets so infiltrated all the way through a system, it's very hard to get that kind of root and branch reform to get it out. I think people talking about this as a virus is actually quite a useful way to think about it, because once it gets in there, it's not about making profits for these people, right? These people don't care about this stuff. They've been told since their time at university that diversity and equity and inclusion is the best thing ever, and that to be a anti-racist is the worst thing in the world and racism means whatever you want it to mean, all this kind of stuff. Once it gets there, the profit motive goes out the window and all you have is this kind of destructive point. And Mads makes a great point about Elon Musk. The guy is trying to make the human race a multi-planetary species and has got all these other amazing things about getting us off into Mars and all the rest of it. And he looks down at home, he sees, as most of us do, this mind virus is taking over all these institutions. And if he can get things like Twitter and Disney and try and turn the culture back towards some kind of sanity, then people like him can get back to work on the serious and important things of getting us off into the stars.
Well, it's definitely something we're going to be watching closely because the whatever happens with this case will be such an example of, you know, is it right or is it wrong? How do we kind of steer the line? How do we make sure that, you know, female actresses or female actors, any actors are kind of protected with that freedom of speech?
Yeah, that was a very good one. I'll put the link to the channel, Talk TV, in the description in case you want to go check out more. But I thought I should bring that one because it's very concerning. When I saw the video first, the thing that caught my attention was the fact that you can express something and then your workplace fires you for it. That's basically what I perceive, or the conclusion I'm taking from that video. You said something or you have a view on something and your boss is like, you can't work with us anymore. Not only can't you work here, you can't work anywhere else. And you're a very young person, so what do? Drive, do DoorDash or Uber Eats, or like what exactly can you do? How can you be successful again? That's if you can get past the trauma. Anyways, let me know what you think about that video. Feel free to share your thoughts. If you think Elon Musk has a way of acquiring Disney, talk to me in the comment section. That being said, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I made this bet on my own, bet on my own.